Today, I'm joined with a DJ from the southwest of England, yes, down in Western-super-Mare. Today, I have got,
Hypersensors.
which is a D&B and jungle DJ. Right, I need you to tell me a little bit more about yourself. Where did you, or how did you get into this?
So when I was younger, 5 years old, I got my first instrument from my parents. And I grew up in a family of musicians. My dad was a guitar player and he worked at Pinewood Studios when he was younger. And my mum was a bass player. So in the house, I had access to synths, like drum kit stuff, guitars, um, all different keyboards, amps, distortion units, and I just had so much time without even realizing playing with the stuff that I just later grew into bands. When I was at school, I joined a band and I was in that sort of scene. And then later on, I discovered myself in computer music basically. So I've been sort of actively DJing for something like 15 years now, something like that. And just starting from the ground up, being a little bit unsure from when you start to build an experience with other DJs and producers and just growing as a producer in the scene really now.
Who would you say your influence was on you?
I was a massive die-hard Skrillex fan. So when I first started computer music, I was actually more drawn into the dubstep side of things. But as times got hard over in the UK for the 140 scene, it was harder for me to get sets and show off my skills within that sort of area. But I've always loved drum and bass, and I always made drum and bass tracks. But then I did a big leap, and it was a really good decision. But I love the both genres. But I am a like D&B all the way.
Who would you like to collaborate with?
Ooh, that's what in all time.
And well, yeah, past, present, future. If they're dead, alive, if you had the chance,
Yeah,
one person, who would it be?
probably Culture Shock.
Yeah.
Culture Shock.
Why? Why them?
Because I find he's a big influence in, because I'm into my big melodies and my heavy bass sort of creation. I feel the influence what he has on my music is definitely a big thing for me. I've always loved like Sub Focus and Dimension and stuff like that, but I feel like Culture Shock is he's a beast.
How would you, if you can plan your future, where do you see yourself in the next 5, 10 years?
Well, last year I played my first main stage festival.
Where was that?
So that was in Bournemouth, X Church Festival. I did a back to back set with a friend called Jay Escott, which is another drum and bass producer who I'm very close with. He originally got the booking, and we did a lot of collaborations together. So I got brought on stage for that to play the new music out. We was just after General Levy, just before General Levy, so I greeted him on stage after, and I feel like I just need more of this life. Those big shows are just incredible.
If you could give your younger self a bit of advice on life,
Yeah,
what would it be?
don't panic so much and just let life take its path. There's no point panicking where you're going to be in sort of 3, 4, 5 years time. I feel like if you're passionate about something, it will you'll just follow your steps into it, and the more you worry about it, you're not going to enjoy yourself doing it. So
What have you got coming up? So what's your plans for the future? Like, where are you going next?
So see the future that my first well, it's not my first, my next release, which is on 174 record label, which is an Australian record label, that is with Yuzuki. You had a little play.
Yep, and we will be playing it again. We keep playing it.
Yeah. So that one's out early, I think it's the 3rd of April. Forgive me if I'm wrong, but I'm sure it's the 3rd of April. So I'm counting down the days for that. From this Monday, everything's going to be going up on the socials. Basically all the advertisement, all the teasers, etc. And then so April, then May, Storm's going to be out with Street Flicker. That I think that's early May as well. And then that's on 174. And then May, and then June, I've got a release on the American Manifest label, which is another collab with Yuzuki from Japan again, Tokyo. And then the EP will be out. So, yeah, that's
busy.
Yeah.
If our listeners wanted to find you, follow you, right, have you got any festivals coming up?
So my next gig is actually in Bridgewater. I have not got the dates to hand. That's my next one.
Right.
That's what's coming up next.
Where would that be?
So that is Cannington.
Right. Okay.
It's the actual venues called the Crown. They've got a outdoor stage fixed out the back. So yeah, that's going to be happening. And then I've just been in complete studio mode at the minute, so the bookings are still coming through. Yeah.
So if someone wanted to find out more about you, where can they find? What platforms?
I'm just flat out on Instagram. I feel like that's my platform. That's where my contacts lie, and that's where I connect with fans the best. Really,
is via
Instagram. That's obviously official Hypersenses.
And
Instagram.
Your new release, what date is that out for our listeners?
So the next is April the 3rd. And that will be all over my socials basically.
Right, brilliant. Now, if you had to pick, I'm going to give you a bit of quick fire rounds here. If you had to pick a warehouse or a festival field, which would it be?
Oh, that's a really hard question, that is. Oh, that'd be year dependent as well. I'm gonna.
You can only pick one.
I'm gonna have to say a festival field.
Right, brilliant. If we said louder or harder, what would it be?
It'd have to be harder because just aggressive bass.
Brilliant. And lastly, if you had to put your music, this is going to be a hard one, in one word, what word would it be?
Oh, that's a good one. I would say aggressive.
Yeah.
I would say yeah. But if it was 2 words, I'd say emotionally aggressive. Yeah.
Oh, I'll give you 2 then. Right, thank you very much for joining me. Like I said, if you want to catch this gentleman, it will be out on all our social platforms and up on the radio. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.